And we are live. What is going on, everyone? It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one. Today, we got another epic drop. That's a blessing with VeVe right now because it feels like every single drop, we got another first appearance, another epic drop. And today, we have a blind box, the comic book. We have Thanos number 13. It's a New York Comic Con, first appearance of the Cosmic Ghost Rider. So, this is going to be big. There's again 30,000 total editions, and we see how fast these blind boxes are selling out with 30,000 editions. When we first started these blind box comic book drops, I was able to get 8 to 10, sometimes 12, but now you're lucky if you get one. So VeVe's booming. Everything's just booming right now. We have probably over 800,000 downloads, I would say. Just a couple weeks ago, we had over 700,000. So things are just going crazy right now. Again, 30,000 total editions. We have 21,000 editions for the common. We have 5,000 editions for the uncommon, 2,350 editions for the rare, and 1,050 for the ultra rare. And then, of course, which I'm due for one, let's go, the secret rare, 600 editions. Now, I hear a lot of people complaining that they haven't got a secret rare yet. Just keep trying. Your time will come. I haven't got a secret rare yet on a blind box drop, but I'm not complaining. But also, I have a huge collection. So, again, everybody who's been here for a while, who's been stressing they haven't got a drop in a while, I would look at it like, try to look at all these drops as bonuses, right? If you're able to get a drop, an uncommon even, or maybe you look out and you get another ultra rare or secret rare, these are all bonuses, right? Majority of the people using the app, they're just coming on now. They're experiencing everything that we experienced 7 months ago, and it's still so new. It's so early right now. So what's going on, everyone tuning in? Daniel White in the building. Let's go, Johnny. Best of luck today. Thank you. You too, man. You too. Good luck on the drop. Anthony Rodriguez said, appreciate it. You too. You too. Yeah, today's going to be a good one, right? We see how valuable these comic books can be. I mean, just a little bit ago, we were getting 8 to 10 blind boxes. A lot of us were in the comic gang, and we were getting kind of upset. But we see how valuable even a comic book can be. So, plus it's just a whole game, right? Just imagine, a year from now, this time next year, next summer, people are going to be like, you got a comic book, a Thanos comic book? Like, these are going to be big time. Let's go, Sal's each. We in the building. I love these comic book covers too. The artwork on them, every single one. I think my favorite, I'm looking at them right now. I would have to say, just off quick glance, I mean, I think for me, I'm leaning between the ultra rare and the rare. I like the uncommon too. But again, if I get a common or a secret rare, I won't be mad. Let me tweet this out real quick. Again, we got 10 minutes and 55 seconds to the drop, everyone. Let me tweet this out. Got to make a thumbnail for it. For some reason, it's not letting me make thumbnails like before we go live. It's not that big of a deal. Just got to do it midstream or after stream. Feel free to ask in the live stream. I've had a lot of new users join lately, and they've been asking me a lot of questions, so I want them to join the live stream and just ask questions if they have anything. Join us for the drop. Any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Because you got to think, too, this is like almost an education moment for a lot of us. So I'm glad I do have a teaching background. I'm about to become Mr. Dunn again, but with VeVe. So basically, questions can arise from all kinds of things, right? I mean, if you're just coming on the app, you got to think about, how to maneuver it, where the drop's coming from. These covers are killer, man. Yeah, these covers are unbelievable. I think these might be one of the best looking covers, like all through, maybe. Possibly one of the better ones. Just through common, through secret rare. I mean, they've dropped so many awesome looking covers so far. And that's one thing I'm a big fan of. I haven't been a huge fan of just reading the comic books. I probably will. But no, I don't want to take a chance of them being like worthless or something like that after I read it. But also, I want to make sure I get the covers that look amazing in my showroom because that's kind of how I'm setting everything up. So I definitely want to get some ones that look amazing. Pasmania in the building. Let's go. All right. So again, let me just bring this to the attention, just in case any new users come on here and they want to check it out, because a lot of people, they've been saying, how do I find the drop, etc. So when you're at the home screen, right, the store, that's what it looks like. You can't find the comic book drop. So what you have to do is you have to come up here and click this little switcher screen, go down to digital comics, boom, and then you see them all pop up, and then you just click on Thanos, and then you can scroll down a little bit, and that's right there is where you're going to see that timer button pop up. And a lot of people have been asking, what are my tips from it? A lot of it just is luck, right? I don't think there's any specific ways you can get a drop, but you can always do things to kind of help your chances out. And so one thing that I like doing is going into my profile tab, going to the settings, going to my files, and then remove all downloaded files. Again, that's not going to delete your collection. I know it's kind of scary. You may think it's going to delete your collectibles, but all that's doing is just erasing the files to make your processing a little bit quicker in your phone. So hopefully that slight little bit can help get that drop. So it doesn't always help, obviously, but that's just a little tip you can do. Also, I mean, there's other things like, some people are trying to, it's called a line gate. Basically, you just keep spamming the buy now button, right? But I don't know if that's going to work because the buy now button's actually not here. Usually there's a buy now button like right next to the drop timer. So hopefully, that kind of erases that tip that people do. I like to try to just time it. So instead of smashing the buy now button just repeatedly and spamming it before, there is a timing mechanism that the last few drops I've been kind of struggling with. But ever since the first Comic-Con up until this Comic-Con, I've been just killing it with it. So I'm going to keep trying it. I think basically what's happening is we're just booming too many users right now. So it's just getting harder and harder to get a drop, right? So what I like to do is you're going to see the timer count down from 6 minutes and 45 seconds right now. Now, about 10 seconds, I get like really focused. And from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, that's the countdown. As soon as it hits 0, people are clicking, the buy now button. But I think that's a little bit too early. What I would like to do when the buy now button was showing up, so it's going to be a little bit different today. And the buy now button just pops up, and that's when you click it, I think. So it's going to be a little bit different today, I think. I'm trying to think of how it's going to work because usually the buy now button's up there already. So basically, you're just going to wait for that buy now button to pop up, it looks like. Before the buy now button was already up there, and if you press it too early, it would be like an error. So you had to time it perfectly to where what I was doing was as soon as it got to 0, I was waiting like a half a second until it flipped at like full second of 0. So it'd be like 3, 2, 1, 0, click. That's the strategy that I was doing, and that was working out amazing. The last couple ones, I think I was panicking just a little bit, especially for that Dragon Girl. That was one of the drops that I was actually a little nervous on. For the first time, I was like, wow, pressure's on right now. This is one of my favorite drops. And so I think I pressed it maybe a little bit too early on the Dragon Girl, and I wasn't able to get it on the drop. But last night in the marketplace, sold a couple duplicates and was able to pick that one up. I think it's going to be big. I do think the 888 Dragon Girls, the original ones, are going to be bigger. Just because that's season 1, right? There's only 888 of them. The first Artist Alley, but, this is all gold too, and it's a full set. So I think that will play a big part. I'm actually liking a lot how they kind of got rid of the buy now button because the whole reason why they brought the buy now button up so people could see it early is because people were switching their clocks ahead to get in to see that buy now button early. But now that they got rid of the buy now button, I don't think that clock trick's going to work anymore. And this should be a great way to kind of eliminate the buy now spam. So December in the building. Let's go. Good luck. You too, Bromy. I should get one. I love these covers. My fave, seriously, the best so far. Yeah, I think so too. It's funny because it's like one of those things where every single drop, it feels like the next best one, right? But this is truly a nice one, all the covers. 24 phones, right? See, I think a lot of people are going to, I know you're just kidding with that. I know you use one, but I think a lot of people who do use multiple phones, I think they're going to get in trouble. Or at least, get warned or something to where people are going to go back to only using one phone, one account. Same here. I was nervous, hit the button too quick, missed it. Me too. Me too. I usually get locked in right in those moments and able to get it under pressure. But the Dragon Girl, I just worked myself up over it. I wanted it so bad. I felt myself. I was like, wow, this is the first time where I'm not focused. This is the first time where like I'm feeling nervous for it. Had panicked and just pressed it too early. But peeps like gold. Yeah, I'm a sucker for gold. I won't lie. I love gold. Brendan in the building. Let's go. Wessel, good luck. Yeah, appreciate it. Good luck too. Good luck. Fan under the sun. Good luck, everyone. Again, we got 3 minutes and about 20 seconds to the drop. Yeah, a lot of people like these covers. You know, it kind of depends, right, Brendan? Like a lot of people are gonna base their buying technique on or strategy on how they look or how valuable they are in real life. So I'm not positive what these are gonna go for, you know, in the secondary market, but there's 30,000 of them, so about the same editions, but people like the cover art a lot on these. So I think that will play into effect a little bit. We saw them on some of the House of X, I think, covers. A lot of them looked pretty artistic, and we saw the price go up on those. Because these will be able to get, you know, get like put on your show wall and your ceilings, etc. So I think the way the cover art looks is going to mean a lot, personally. I don't know how much money it is, but it's Thanos. Thanos is a really popular character. December said, I have sweaty fingers now. It's funny. My palms usually get all clammy and sweaty too, just in general. But yeah, this is gonna be a good one. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. All the covers look amazing. Uncommon's kind of, you know, warming up to me. I like the uncommon a lot. That would look pretty cool in the showroom. Common looks cool too, but I think my favorite is the ultra rare, and then I like the way the rare looks too. The secret rare I'm not the biggest fan of, but I wouldn't care if I got it, right? 600 editions. It's always gonna be a good one. All right. Minute 42, minute 40 left. Getting close, getting close. I do, if I have time real quick, I'm gonna show you guys the Goldie. I wanna got a minute left real quick. I think I can bring it up. This loads. I love the way the gold looks. I can't wait to be able to put this in my old showroom. Right now, my old showroom kind of crashes still. Just looks amazing. Love it. Love the all gold. All right, let's get back to this drop. Again, a minute, 1 second, so just under a minute now. Good luck, everybody. This is gonna be a good one. I'm gonna stay on probably until the market opens so we can get a good idea of what the market's selling them for. We got 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. Again, this is gonna be a good one because the buy now button's not there. So I like how they're adapting and they're always trying to figure out ways to please the community and make it more fair. So I don't know where the buy now button's gonna pop up. Probably right where the timer is. I imagine it's gonna change from a timer to a buy now. So I'm not even going to worry about the countdown this time. I'm just going to react to as soon as I see the buy now button pop up. We got 15 seconds. This is crazy. 10 seconds. I think it's going to pop up right where the timer is. That's what I'm keen on. 5 seconds. Got it, I think. Let's see if it goes through processing. Got one. Let's go. I'm just going to wait for the green bus. I don't think I'm going to get multiple. So let's see. Processing. Come on. I mean, it took the money out of my account already. Oh, here we go. 782. Let's go. That's probably my lowest comic book drop so far, mint number wise. I don't know what that is, you know, rarity wise. It only tells you the mint number. Wow, let's go. Let's go. That's definitely my lowest comic book drop yet. Wow, that's big time. I like that a lot. Now, only question is, does Clockgate work now? If you go into the app early, will you be able to see that buy now button pop up? Hopefully not. And if not, then that's going to be game changing, right? This is definitely a better way than having that buy now button just up there, because when that buy now button is up there as the countdown happens, there's two things, right? There's people that spam it constantly, and at this point, I mean, it's like open. Everybody does it at this point. It seems like, so. I guess it just is what it is, right? So there's people who just spam it constantly. It's called a line gate, and that's one way to get in. Or you may, with my technique, the rhythm technique, if you time it just slightly wrong and you panic or you do it a little bit too early, you're out. So like you have to just, it's better to be a little bit late. But then again, if you're just a slight late, you're gonna not be able to get one either. So it's always tough. This makes it a little bit more fair, I think, right? So I like that. Especially because I think there's auto clickers or something like that going on. I don't know exactly. That's just a rumor. It may not be true. And like a lot of people are just talking about the bots and everything. I'm sure there's a couple bots, right? Like you can never get it completely out, but they're working hard. They're doing everything they possibly can to weed them out and constantly get them out. So I hope those people that use bots get permanently banned. Another L, nice. Wow, Cass, I'm starting to hear that. Josh got one. I was always confident about my speed, but now I'm just losing confidence. It's all right. The thing about this is it's tough, right? I was really confident. I would say the last like 4 or 5 drops, my confidence has cut in half. It's probably a little bit lower than half, but this one just kind of boosted it up a little bit again. The thing is, they're constantly changing the evolution and adapting to try to make it more fair for everyone. Now, everyone's not going to get a drop every time. That's definitely not how it's going to work. But, if you miss a few, you're probably going to get the next one type thing. And they're going to have a few to 4 drops a week. So I always tell people, don't feel bad if you're missing out. There is a span in season 1 to where I think, what was it? After the first Nightwing drop that I was a part of, I didn't get a drop for the longest time, probably until the end of season 1, maybe, like the Dragon Girl. And that was a great time to get my next one, but I forget the exact amount. But that season 1, I was struggling. Excuse me. Season 1 into really season 2, I was struggling big time. And then Comic-Con happened, and wow. Ever since that first Comic-Con, my drops have been unbelievable. Holy crap, got one on the rebound. If it's a secret rare, it just might make up for my massive frustration with being restricted and no Wi-Fi access for days. That is a bummer, man. I'm sorry that happened to you. A lot of people have been having that market access problem, restricted. And they talked about it. I think, let me read the message that Noah put out. I'm actually not in the Telegram group. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. This is on Discord, I believe. This is what Noah put out. He said, everyone, update on account restrictions. All restricted accounts will be automatically unrestricted in the coming days as long as our activity shows no signs of suspicious activity. We will make an announcement once the restricted accounts are unrestricted. Please do not submit a ticket at this time regarding a restricted account until we have made this announcement. For now, all restricted accounts will still be able to participate on the drops. We apologize for the inconvenience and appreciate your patience as we take the time necessary to resolve the situation properly. So I think what's happening is they're actually probably investigating and probably figuring out like whose account is like, actually trying to do illegal things and whatever the case may be. And then there's people whose accounts who just get flagged for suspicious activity, but they're probably not doing anything wrong at all. So they just probably restricted all of those accounts and did investigation to figure out who's part of who. That's just my guess. I don't know for sure, but just, I know it's probably so frustrating. I couldn't imagine being locked out of the market. Not even if I wanted to buy anything. I mean, that's just another, frustration on top if you were trying to buy something. But even just that ability to go in the market, right? It's probably just playing with your mind so bad. So just try to stay with it, man. Just try to stay with it. I'm glad you got one on the rebound, though, for sure. Let's go. Paz got one. I know you were feeling a little frustrated too lately, so I'm glad you just got one. Sal shut out. He got shut out. Oh, really? It's gone from Discord. That's interesting. Okay. I'm not sure what happened or with that, but 6959. Nice, Brandon. Brandon's been on fire, man. 6969. Yeah, that would have been a good one. I mean, those special numbers definitely, they carry some weight for sure. Yeah, Domer. That's strange that message was deleted. But you got to think too, right? They are trying to investigate and work on the problem. So again, I'm sure there are a couple, right? There's a few like shady players, shady people, bad actors that are, taking advantage of things, doing things illegally. And it's not like they're ignoring it, right? They're trying to solve the problem. But I feel like they're doing it in a way to where they're probably doing it to make sure that those people, don't get around it or something. They want to make sure they catch the people, basically, is what I think. Pass, yeah, thanks, Bromy. Oh no, December. I don't think you got one by those reactions. Today was hard because today I think was a new era. No more buy now button showing up. And we kind of persuaded VeVe to bring that buy now button back up so it was a little bit more fair. And so now I actually like a lot what they just did because now it takes a little bit less stress. Me trying to time it and rhythm. It's just reaction now. It's whoever has that fastest thumb. Um, Also, what they could do in the future, what I just thought about was because I'm trying to think of like ways to get around it, right? If people have like an auto click type thing, which I don't know how they would have it, maybe sync it with some kind of time or something like that, but I don't know. But either way, what they could do is instead of having that buy now button show up exactly where the timer is, maybe have it like show up randomly, right? Like give a circle with like a bunch of different, options to click, and then as soon as the timer hits, that buy now button shows up on one of those buttons in the circle, and you have to click the right one. I don't know, but I like the way they're doing it right now, honestly. Congrats, guys. Thank you. What's up, Sheba? How we doing? How we doing? Hope all is well. How'd the drop go for you? Hopefully you got a little something. Brendan, you got 1337 on Dragon Girl. That's better than 6969. That's a great one. Brendan's been killing it lately, so I'm happy for him. Brendan, could you imagine if you overslept the Dragon Girl drop? Well, that was in the afternoon for us, so you probably wouldn't have been able to oversleep. So let's go. Reslo got one. Nice. Let's go. This is big. See, this is what I'm talking about. Luna just got one. She said she still has faith, and she got one on her iPhone 8. Like, so that just goes to show, that just proves all the conspiracy theories wrong, that you need the best connection, you need the best phone to get a drop. Because Luna just got one on an iPhone 8. And I've heard of other people who have had bad connection. They're living in the woods, they don't have the newest phone, and they get drops too. So I think it's a combination of things, right? When people say we don't have 700,000 users, whatever, we have 700,000 plus downloads. Say we have half that, right, with users. That's still even less than half. Say 300,000 users. Just take even half of that. Say we're back to 100,000 users, right? Imagine 100,000 users going for something that there's only 30,000 of. Not everyone's going to get one, right? And it's going to sell out immediately. So I think it just is luck. I think it's timing, because if you don't time it right, you're not even going to have a chance. So if you time it right, doesn't mean you're going to get one. I think if you time it right, it just means you have a chance to get one. Nah, so Domer, so what I like to do is if you put it in your wish list, a lot of times you can go into your wish list and then that buy now button will show up. Or like I was saying before with this comic book drop, it would have the timer right here. I'm sorry, right here. It would have the timer right here. And then that buy now button would be right where that sold out button is, right next to it. So you would see the timer, and then right to the right of it would be the buy now button. So if you press that buy now button too early, it'll just say error, like you don't get it. So what people were doing is they're just spamming the buy now button early, just clicking like too early, hit OK, too early, hit OK, and just keep doing that. I was never a fan of that. I didn't feel like it would, one, it was right, or two, I just didn't have trust or confidence that I would get through that way. So I was just trying to time it. So what I was doing is as soon as that timer counts down, like 3, 2, 1, 0, that's when I would click. Boom. And I was having success up until the last few drops. It was kind of hit or miss, but I thought I almost pressed it too late. I like this because it's all reaction. I saw it and I almost like paused real quick, but I pressed it just in time. Yeah, got one. 6 on 6 comics for now. Let's go. That's awesome. I've been trying to, my goal is to try to get at least one common of all the comic books that drop, because we're going to see comic books drop almost every week, right? So if I can get a common of all of them, I think that's one of my goals I want in my showroom. Just because I think in the future too, you know, a lot of people are thinking it's easy to get every single common comic book right now. But I'm thinking more of like in 3 to 6 months to try to go back and even get commons of some of these, like Amazing Spider-Man, I think will be up high. The Marvel Comics #1, I think will be up high. So I think even just to get common, all the comic books, I mean, that's a collection in itself. Rebel Duck, let's go. Oh, you missed. Lady Duck got one. Negotiations to occur. Yeah, tell her to send it over. You know, you put in a lot of work, but shout out to Lady Rebel. She got one. That's awesome. I kind of like this new drop system. I kind of like it. I got one and I project the TV so I can see the button. Old but fast. I got one and I project the TV so I can see the button. Old but fast. Wow, now that is interesting right there. So you project your phone screen onto the TV so you can see it like the binary. Wow, that's actually genius, I think. As long as that doesn't mess up the connection or anything like that. That's actually really interesting. I've never heard of that. Poor man print in the house. Let's go, poor man. What's up, Steven? How we doing? Let me know if you got one, poor man. Poor man printing in the building. This is a hard drop. I know before the buy now button was showing up, so we were able to maybe click it. But if you clicked it too early, you'd get that error screen. Now we're just waiting. As soon as that buy now button pops up, it's all reaction time. So I do like that. You know, it's a little bit more fair, I think. Which artwork of these 5 covers you like most, JD? It's tough. I was talking about it a little bit before the stream. I like 3 of them the most. And I think if I had to put them in order, I'm liking the ultra rare the most. But then it's between the uncommon and rare. I'm kind of torn. I like them both. I don't know which one I like more out of those. I kind of like the red border with the rare, but the uncommon with Thanos in the middle just looks pretty awesome. And then the secret rare is probably actually my least favorite looking of the artistic wise. But again, there's only 600 of them. So if I get a secret rare, I'm going to be pretty happy. And then the commons, probably my least favorite. A lot of times the commons are one of my favorite cover arts. But I think I'm leaning towards the ultra rare on this one. And then the uncommon rare. I think those are my rankings, I would say. I didn't notice the by now wasn't there, but I kind of jumped on last minute. Okay, yeah. Actually, for me, I didn't notice either. When I was explaining to people that were just joining, because a lot of times new people find the stream, and I just want to show them how the drops work. And I was explaining my technique for it, and then I realized the buy now button wasn't even showing up. So I was like, oh, maybe they changed it actually. And I think they did. Because now it's all reaction, right? It's not, you don't have to worry about a timing mechanism, or you don't have to worry about, spamming through and trying to do it that way. You just, as soon as the buy now button pops up, you just gotta click it. So it's all reaction. Punch in the building. How we doing, brother? Hoping all is well. Hope all is well too, man. We gotta schedule that radio interview next week. I'm down to do that. It definitely sounds fun. Talk about some VeVe, some NFTs. What do you think will happen to this secret rare comics, or all the secret rare comics when the Master Collector program comes out? If you mean all the secret rare comics, that's interesting, right? Because the comics don't count as sets. I don't think they're going to lose too much value, honestly. They may. I don't even think they're going to dip that much either. If anything, maybe slightly, but that's only because you're not getting points each day for a full set of comics. But I believe you will be getting points each day for holding secret rares, because the comics are count as collectibles. So I think, you're going to get points for holding those ultra rare, secret rare comics as well. Not positive on that, but I'm just guessing. I don't have any secret rare comics actually, so it doesn't affect me. I only have, I think, 5 secret rares total, and they're all collectibles. Punch says genius. I'm not sure what he was talking about. Gave you a big shout out yesterday. Oh wow, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that big time, man. We're at on the actual radio station. That's awesome, man. Let's go. Poor man got one. Let's go. Obviously, it didn't get delivered yet. Probably not, right? Hopefully, you got a good one, brother. Get a secret rare, make a huge come up. Even I think an ultra rare is going to be, 400 or 500 right away. Maybe more. I got a low mint. let me check my mint number real quick. Usually I don't wait till the green bus pops up. So I don't know my mint number most of the time until it gets delivered. Because I always try to get more, but this time I didn't even try to get more. I got a number 782 mint number. So I don't know what rarity this is yet, obviously. But I think a 782, that's a crazy low mint. That's the lowest comic book I've ever got so far. So praying it's like an uncommon, at least rare, ultra rare. If it's a secret rare and it's that low, I'm going to lose my mind. Which, for the stream's purposes, I do hope I get a secret rare that low. I'll go crazy on the stream. I got a 4-digit, no delivery yet, though. Oh, nice, man. 4 digits are always good. My sister likes the rare. I really like the ultra rare. Yeah, that's a good call right there. Got good taste. I agree. I like the rare a lot. I like the ultra rare. Ultra rare is probably my favorite. It's got like those neon colors in it with the dark background. And that's like my favorite thing, right? Kind of brings that like space vibe. I don't know. I like it a lot. Looks awesome. Like this is, I can't click on it. Yeah, I can't click on it. So anyone who just can't see it, that right there, that dark one, that ultra rare, that's probably my favorite. Then these two are probably my second favorite right here. Hope that focuses up. Is that focused? You guys can see it, right? Those are cool. And then the common, I'm just going to go through them real quick. That's the common. And then we got the secret rare. I don't think it focused up on these days. It just doesn't want to focus on these images. Anyway, but one's delivered. Just going to stay on until the marketplace opens up. For all new users, the market usually opens every time right after a drop, about 30 minutes after a new drop. And so there's nothing wrong with your with your app or anything like that. Just give it some time. Nice, 1012 edition. That's big time right there. Not quite a sub 1000, but that's a real low mint. I mean, there's 30,000 editions, so you got number 1000. Omi hanging around nice above 8. Yeah, that's insane. I think it's off to the races, right? We didn't watch it just go up from 0.001 to 0.008 in like a week, like last time. Last time that was driven off hype, FOMO, and it was too early, right? It was almost too early for the rocket ship to take off. It was like a false start. We got a penalty, and we were 15 yards back, and basically that was just like a 4-month penalty. I stepped back a little bit, but everybody who just dollar cost averaged in kept buying more, or just diamond hands, held their Omi. Definitely paying off big time right now. I think it's going to keep going up. Maybe there's slight pullbacks here and there in the micro. I'm no financial advisor, of course, but I think in the long term, it's a no-brainer. What's the uncommon Ben Riley Spider-Man going for and Peggy since I can't get in the market? So the uncommon Ben Riley Spider is the one that I picked up. Market's closed still. I think before the market closed, I want to say it was anywhere from like 120 to 130. Kind of cheap, I want to say. The expensive one was that ultra rare. I think it was an ultra rare, or maybe it was a rare or something like that. But the one that had 616 editions, that was over 3K. So I can't get that one. And then the Peggy kind of went up a little bit. It's like 280, 285, I want to say right now. And I got one of them for $80. I was trying to buy it at 70 for the longest time, couldn't, and I was like, you know what? Not for the longest time, but I was trying to buy it at 70 when it was at the floor. Couldn't buy one, so I made the decision. I scrolled down, bought an $80 one. Because that's my tip right there. One of my biggest tips for people just joining, even OGs right now, because it's impossible to get a collectible in the market after a drop. So because the floor is just moved, right? You try to buy something on the floor and it's like it's already sold. So my tip, what I do is if I see the floor is at 70 and you're not able to get one, just scroll down a little bit, get one for a little bit more expensive, like $80. It can backfire if things just dip, but at least you know you locked in that collectible. And this time for me, it worked out great. I bought an $80 one when the floor was 70, wasn't able to get them, and the floor just kept rising. Then it was 90, it was 100. I was trying to buy another one up at 90, 100, 110. Couldn't buy it, so I just gave up. Went all the way up to 150. Now it's like 250, and I think currently, right before the market just closed for this drop, I think it was like 280. So Peggy is going to be, Captain Carter is going to be up there, I think. Mainly because it's a full set, solo set. So Superman's up there, not only just because the IP of Superman, but because it's a solo set. Starfire, Barda, not just because there's 1,000 editions, but because it's a solo set. So congratulations on all the Omi. Thanks, man. I don't have too much. I wish I had more, but I got I think of what's enough, at least all I could afford, right? Obviously we all want more, but shout out to Randy, just became a millionaire because of Omi. So big shout out to Randy, man. Randy Chavez, he's got a lot of Omi. That's the goal right there. I don't know if I'll ever be able to touch that amount, but he's got like 100 and some mil, probably more. But shout out to Randy, man. OG, big time investor. I saw now he's got a bunch of collectibles too, so that's awesome to see. Lenny Chill said 9949. Hope it's a sweet one. Yeah, man. I hope you get a good Rarity too. Punch said, I just want to bring millions to this space, so we go already. It's funny, man. You know what's crazy about that is, back in March, we were saying, I just can't wait until, hundreds of thousands of users get here, millions of downloads. And now we're kind of getting there, just the tip of the iceberg. And we see how hard it is for the drops. I've already heard people saying, like, I wish we weren't mainstream yet. Like, it's kind of funny. It's like, you got to be careful what you wish for, right? Because it's going to come true. And you got to deal with the consequences. We're going mainstream. But as you guys can see, it's harder and harder to get a drop. So, the consequences with going mainstream. I mean, if crying yourself to sleep lets you dream about locking one in, then yes. December, you're going to get one. I'm surprised you didn't get this one. Lenny, secret rare, 100%. Yeah, I hope you do get a secret rare, Lenny. Punch said, stay positive and no FUD. Exactly, man. Literally, I'm always been a positive person, right? But finding VeVe early, I felt like I had a responsibility almost to set the energy, set the tone. And I felt like me bringing this positive vibe, positive energy, supportive, showing love to everybody, reposting everybody, showing love to everyone. That energy was just contagious, right? You just saw it spiral into everything. And I did not want to be one of those people early on to kind of be selfish, not support other people doing their thing. Like I knew the community would thrive. I knew the community would just keep growing if I just brought that positive energy, supportiveness, because now the community is thriving. The energy is amazing, and people coming in just want to be a part of the community, right? Like that's how it should be. People would just want to be a part of something that's amazing. Everybody is just good friends, supportive with each other. There's no hostility really. Like that's how it should be. Especially just because exactly just support positive vibes because VeVe was set back maybe like 4 months because of how much they grew, right? So while they were updating the app, while they were revamping the app, re-engineering it to hold hundreds of thousands of users, we made something for the community, right? We built something that's amazing to where people can be a part of it. People have something to do, something to watch while they're, in the back end grinding, making things happen. Bro, you have the best collection ever. You did it, Broski. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that so much. I couldn't have done it without the help of my family, man. My family is the real MVPs just because I did find it early, but without their help, financial backing, would have never been able to do it. So they just trusted me, they believed in me, and now it's unbelievable, right? And I think it's truly just beginning, right? I think this is literally just the tip of the iceberg. Once we're on Ethereum, once we're on Immutable X, once NFTs start to become mainstream, I think VeVe is going to play a huge role in that. I think people are going to be able to pay in ETH, in OMI, and these floors are just going to 10x, I think. Maybe not instantly, but over time. Yeah. One day, I hope I will score Secret Rare. Praying just get one. Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, if you keep getting the blind boxes just once, I mean, it's for $7 each week. It's like a scratch off, right? I mean, but the difference with this is you're going to get something no matter what. You may get a common that may be worth $50 and you paid $7, and that's probably the lowest, right? Or you may get a ultra rare and you paid $7, and that's going to be a few hundred at least. So that's the difference with these. You're going to get an asset. You're going to get a licensed asset. Nah, Ruben, I'm not even gonna put that up here because this is not true. It says don't have VeVe doesn't have money to buy servers all over the world to be fair for everyone. Drops every single week and don't have money to make everything more fair for everyone. Very good. Only people from the USA have this advantage. No, man, people from all over the world get drops, right? Like it's not just people in the USA, brother. I know it may feel like that if you haven't got one lately or something like that, but people from all over the world, even people with bad connection, people with old cell phones. Like someone just came here on the stream today and got one. I'm gonna see who it was. Who was it? They had an iPhone 8 and they got one today. Man, who was it? Who was it? I'm just looking through the chat real quick, see if I can remember who it was. I don't remember who it was, but yeah, so I don't think that's true at all. People from all over the world get drops. 782. That's a nice mint number right there. Did it get delivered yet? Fun under the sun? Do you know what rarity you got? Yeah, Brendan, that's amazing. You got the gold dragon girl on the drop. That's a huge come up. That's gonna be worth a lot. I think, even if market probably is almost open. Nope, not yet. I don't think that Secret Rare Dragon Girl will be as valuable as the 888, but I could be wrong, right? It is a full set by itself. It's Comic Con exclusive. It's all gold. So there's a lot of things going for it. But even if it's not as valuable as the 888 Dragon Girls, I think it's going to be close, right? It's going to be up there. 782 Secret Rare. Wow, Lenny, is that what you got? That's a huge come up if you just got that. I hope you got that. That's big money right there if you got that. Any collectibles coming soon I should watch out for? Yeah, I believe so. There's a lot coming soon. There's still the James Bond unknown collectible that we don't know what's dropping exactly, but that's coming soon to finish that first set. And then also we have Edu dropping. That's going to be huge. This is the last season 1 opportunity to get a drop from season 1. So Edu is going to be dropping at the end of season 2, which is in, I think, a week maybe. Soon. I think in a few days, actually. This week or something like that. October 15th, I want to say. And so I believe Edu is dropping right before or right after, sometime soon. So it's part of that Ultraman set. And then, of course, we still got a ton more dropping soon. We don't know when Jurassic Park's coming, but we know that's coming at some point. And I need a T-Rex in my showroom. Yeah, Punch is always down to help people out. We don't actually know about this. Let me trying to get to these comments. Is there going to be another secret rare drop? Maybe we don't know about any kind of secret drops yet. They did talk about how he was probably not going to do that just because he had so many support tickets and people complaining last time. But you never know. You never know. So great hoodie. LOL. I'm just getting back into the game. I left after Superman, still holding all season 1 stuff. Hopefully that's my ticket outside of Powerbuff Girls 2, Mooglies, and HQ Pew. Needs up my comic by shit changed. Dude, that's amazing that you're just getting back. How crazy is it how fast things have changed, right? This is one thing that I want to look at, and I'm glad that you actually just came on stream and said that, because I'm sure there's other people, right, who kind of took a break from VeVe but held on to things, and they're just coming back on now. And I've really been trying to find people that's happened to, just to see their mindset of how things have changed. And I'm glad you said that, because it kind of just answered all my questions I've had. What's one of the biggest changes that you've seen? Definitely comic books. Probably also how like we were able to get anything, and now on drops it's impossible to get anything. So uncommon. Oh, still cool. Uncommon's awesome. We were all early and we got this 100% fact. Okay, so Lenny did get a secret rare. That's amazing. Yeah, Lenny, hold that one. Unless you really need the gems, but I really think the secret rares will definitely be good money. LOL, I learned more about Marvel and DC superheroes in the past 2 weeks. I've been on VeVe than I have my entire life. That's so true. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Like I knew some things about some superheroes, like the big ones and everything, but I've really had to do a lot of learning lately, and just to understand, how these collectibles have value, and it's just constant research, right? Dedication and education. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about. Mom got a Peggy for 65, low mint. Wow, that's a steal. Yeah, I saw a lot of those going for cheap. I was surprised. Nice. Yeah, I wish I was holding multiple Peggies right there. I think the should be open. Let me check out the market for y'all. Yep, it's open. Let me check out what this is. So we got the let me start out from the common. So the common selling for 18 right now. The uncommon selling for 57. The rare selling for 184. The ultra rare selling for 749. And no secret rares yet. No secret rares have made it. So I did. I got a common. So mine got delivered a common, but a 782. Not mad at all. Let's go. That's so big time. I probably will buy another common just to have 2 of them. Unable to reserve a collectible. Again, I would suggest not buying the floor, because we see how impossible that is. Even if you scroll down like 3 of them, I just tried. Can't get one. So you kind of had to scroll down 4 of them. two, four. I was like the fifth one down. I just bought one for 16. Probably too high, but such a low mint number that I got on the first one. If I ever wanted to sell that one, I still got another common to hold. Oh, rare one. Nice, nice. I like the rare. Yeah, exactly. Not mad at all. Randy is a good dude. Yeah, definitely a solid dude, man. Good dude. The Audible Collective in the building. How we do? How we do today? You've been getting shut out lately. Hope you got one today, brother. Peanuts13 said, "How do you buy Omi?" Let me know if you're in the States. If you're in the USA or if you're out of the country. If you're in the USA, you can use an exchange called Bitforex, which it's not the easiest to use if you're unfamiliar with it. But right now, it's currently the only way in the USA. Shoot me a DM on Twitter, and I'll walk you through the steps. It can be complicated, but shoot me a DM on Twitter, JohnnyDunn777, and I'll walk you through it when I can. Justin Torres, to Brendan. Yo, I saw you got a Golden Dragon Girl and rebound yesterday. Good stuff, man. My heart would have exploded. I think it did, right? Brendan was going crazy. It was awesome to see. I agree. Yeah, waiting for the rarity. It's definitely an anticipation. No delivery yet. I'm gonna take a walk. Put JD on the AirPods. Who you got playing a fantasy today, Goat? I appreciate you, brother. Let me go through my fantasy team right now. All right, so in the community league, I'm currently in first place right now. Tied for first place in the community league, and that's the one I really want to win, just because that's the Omi. That's the one where we win 300,000 Omi. So I'm really trying to win that one. Um, right now, I'm playing against Russell Wilson, so that's great news. My team, I got Aaron Rodgers, I got Cordell Patterson. He's put up 13 points already. Man, what a pickup that was, right? Having a crazy year for Atlanta. I had no idea he was going to do this year, honestly. Cordell Patterson. My running backs are not great in this league. I got Melvin Gordon, who I don't think is going to have a great game today. I got Thielen, though, from Minnesota. Love him on the Vikings. Great wide receiver. Got Travis Kelce. Okay, Brown's back. That's good. A.J. Brown's back from Tennessee. Playing him. I got Sammy Watkins. Don't love him, but he's kind of emerging, right, as Baltimore's wide receiver. They got Brown, too, but I kind of like Watkins, right? If he can stay healthy, I think he's going to be solid. And then I got Ravens defense. And also Devontae Parker. This is a 14-man league, so not the best team, but for 14 people in the league, I like my chances. I'm 3-1, tied for first place. Pretty good chances this week. But then it's so strange too, because in this fantasy football league with the influencers, I like my team the best, more so than my ESPN league, but I'm not doing great right now. I had some bad management moments. I started Russell Wilson this week. I went against the grain. I have Kyler Murray stud, right? Locked in every single week. Just had a really gut feeling about this week. Really went against the grain, made a gut call, ballsy move, and did not work out. But hopefully my team's stacked enough to where I can still win. I got DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans, I got Kamara, I got Eckler, I got Mark Andrews at tight end, I got Brandon Cooks, and Baltimore's defense. So team stacked, just need to win out, make playoffs, and I'll be fine. Sacrifice a lot for this. Brandon said to Justin, I was literally sweating. Crazy that an app can make me feel so much intensity. It really is, man. Yep, it's a good problem to have. Mainstream. I agree. And we're headed there. We're headed right to mainstream, man. Didn't get one. Next time, Delma. Next time. Let me repost some people who got one today. I like reposting a lot of people who got one. bring out a tweet real quick. It's a common low mint. Who else got a comic drop today? Let's go. Lowest low mint comic book ever from there. All right, time to repost some people who got one. Okay, Paz, I see you. I see you. Biscuits got one. She's killing it on the drops. My wife's iPad was half a second slower than my iPhone. She can get one in a day's drop. It's that close. Wow. Oh, nice. Gary got one. Cool, man. I don't think people got one today. No, man, that's not true at all. Like VeVe has servers all over the place. There's people from out of the country who get one, right? It's not true. Can't be jealous in the VeVe space. Exactly, man. There's no room for jealousy in this space. Even now, VeVe is in its early stages. So true. Like we're gonna look back at this time next year and be like, "Wow, why didn't I buy more?" That's what people are gonna say. I've tapped out, so I can't buy more. But it's just speculation, man. A lot of people are just getting upset right now that they're not getting one, but there's people from all over the country that I know that are getting dropped. So tonight, let's see. It's a pretty big game, I want to say. Never mind. It's the Bills and the Chiefs. Bills at the Chiefs. Chiefs should dominate, but they only have a 2.5 favorite. So Bills could be coming out the gate firing. Dude, Brendan, 26 sets is big time, man. I think you're in college, right? Did you say you were in college before? That's so big, man. You're gonna be that's that's big time, man. I'm happy for you, brother. They could. I mean, it's really just all random. So most of the time they will. But if you get a low mint, ultra rare, secret rare, that's huge. Yeah, I'd probably do the same. I got one. So I just got lucky on the drop. They changed this drop system, looks like a little bit. The buy now button was not there. Just pops up right after, the seconds disappear. It's a Comic-Con exclusive. That's one big thing about these comic books is it is a Comic-Con exclusive. You can never go wrong with more Catwoman. I love Catwoman. It's one of my favorites. And Batgirl too. But Catwoman, I think, is one of the biggest slept-on collectibles in the whole app right now. I had 9 of them, but I just gave one away. Have 8. Thought about buying more. But I'm just saving my gems when I have gems right now. And the Bat Who Laughs. I agree. That one's super, super underrated too. It's a FA Batman, the only other FA besides Todd. It's hard to hold the gems, definitely is, because you spend them like they're not real money. Yeah, market is open. Let me talk about the market again. This has probably changed now. Let's see. All right, so the common, $17 for the common Thanos. $42 for the uncommon Thanos. $130 for the rare Thanos. Wow, $495 now for the ultra rare Thanos. And do we have a secret rare? I don't think secret rare has been in the market yet. I'm sorry, it is 1.7K. 1.7K. So Greg Hoodie, this is the person that just came back to the VeVe app after holding all their collectibles. Said it's impossible to get anything now. I was buying Rizzo, Taz, Robin, all at retail, and the market seems to work now. I remember it out for the longest time. Wow, yeah, those are the days, right? I mean, all the OGs were just talking about how remember when the market was down, like so much has changed in the last, just even month. But I would say the last 3 months, 4 months, things have changed big time. We now have, a week ago, David did an interview saying how we have over 700,000 users now, over 700,000 downloads. So just in March, we had 10,000. Unbelievable. So you're going to have to close the app. Try closing the app like 30 minutes after the drop and then open it back up. Yeah, Brendan said close the app. Yeah, you cannot go wrong with the 3-digit at all. Yeah, if you don't have Omi, you're gonna be able to buy Omi on Bit4X, brother. Um. Oh, the one that. Oh, you're talking about the Omi coin, like the one that plays music on Pineapple's website. Yeah. So, what's the website? What's the website? I don't know his website offhand, but it should be like a link in his bio on Twitter. Go to it, and then you can. He's selling his music as NFTs, basically. I think we have a feature on there as well. Okay, cool. I mean, McCaffrey's a stud. We just know how he is with the injury. Facts, facts. It was one of those things where I shouldn't have tried to get Q and try to, I tried getting Q and just trusting my gut instead of a locked in pick, basically. I mean, Kyler Murray always plays well against the 49ers. The 49ers have been injured, their defense has been banged up. Kyler Murray's going to dominate. But I just felt like it was going to be a shootout. I hate Thursday night games. They're usually sloppy games. But against the Rams, they were calling for a high point total. And I just felt like it was just a gut feeling. Sometimes your gut feelings can work out. You look like a genius, but when they don't work out, you look like an idiot, right? It's just one of those moments where I took the L. Bad decision, right? Got to be able to own up and say you made a bad call. Wow, you use 6 devices. I mean, you still got 4 of them though, man. That's most people didn't even get one. So one thing Rare Grind beats is I would try to stop using the 6 devices. I think they're going to try to limit those people. I mean, unless you have your family doing it or something, etc. But I think they're really going to start trying to eliminate those people because there's lots of videos of people like pressing all these buttons with like 10 phones, and I just wouldn't keep using those phones. Yeah, 4 is better than none. Right, exactly. It's like saying back in the day, like, oh, I only got 8 on the drop instead of 12 or something. Like, I met your golden dragon girl. I'm not sure which, what we were talking about with that one. Really, you think it's overbought right now? I mean, I think it's super undervalued, to be honest. But again, there's always going to be minor pullbacks, right? Micro pullbacks. And a lot of people say like they want to try to like day trade it, which is cool. Like if you want to be able to, if you have enough to be able to risk like some and you want to try to day trade it, I mean, people do that. But for me, I don't have enough to be able to risk that, right? I just hold through the downs, hold through the ups, just hold. Oh, how did you get? the golden girl. So I didn't get it on the drop. Missed it on the drop. I think I panicked and pressed it too early. I'm not positive. I wish I actually knew, but wasn't able to get it on the drop. So I sold a few collectibles in the market last night. It took me like 3 hours. I was grinding on the market. And then finally I was able to get enough gems to be able to buy it. And I thought this could pull back, retrace, because it felt like it was a little bit high. I bought it for like, I think 1.7, but I was like, you know what? If this dips to like 1.2, I'm gonna buy another one. So I didn't mind at all. I was like, I'll buy it for 1.7. I think it's gonna go up for sure. I think it may be a little bit less than the 888 Dragon Girl eventually, but I want to have both for sure. Mark said I was able to get 24 on the first comic book drop. That's insane. Super grateful for just one. Exactly. Like now, if we just get one, it's a great day, right? That's how it's going to be. That's why it was so hard to realize back then that, I kept telling people this is, we are spoiled right now. Take advantage of this opportunity. We're able to buy whatever we want, get all these drops, but it's hard to really like understand and feel that when you're in the moment, right? Like everyone's like, oh yeah, I can get as many drops as I want, 10. But now it's like, well, why can't we get any? And it's like, yes, exactly. This is how it's meant to be. It's not meant to be you get 10 collectibles a week. Like that's a huge come up. It's going to be to where you may be able to get 1 or 2 a week type thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think what's really going to happen is when we see a big exchange like a Coinbase, to me, Binance is huge too, but Coinbase I feel like is just so accessible to mainstream people who aren't really even into crypto. Almost like how, Robinhood for Doge is like Coinbase for Omi. Like that's the way I see it. It's just, we saw what Dogecoin did when it was on Robinhood, right? It was on Robinhood, so the ease of access was there, but also with the influence of everybody talking about it. The combination is what makes that skyrocket. Like, right? Imagine if Dogecoin was only on Bit4x and you had Elon tweeting about it. Yeah, you would see gains, but you wouldn't see it go to $1. Like, same thing with Omi, right? We saw influence talk about it a little bit, a tiny bit, tip of the iceberg, and it was only on Bit4x. And you saw what happened. It went all the way up to a penny in like a week or two. So imagine if that was on Coinbase and Robinhood type thing. So I think, once we get on Ethereum, once we get on OpenSea, Immutable X, I think Ethereum is going to be the biggest thing. Once Omi is an ERC20, we're going to be listed, I believe, eventually on a Coinbase. It's going to be game changing. That's when we see the Gary V's. Shout out to Gary V if you're watching. The Logan Paul. Shout out to Logan if you're watching. The Mark Cuban. Shout out to Mark. Like the Elon. Shout out to Elon. Like all these high influence people are going to start talking about it, I believe, because these are premium licensed digital assets. Like this is game changing. So once they start talking about it, gets on Coinbase, utilities brought in. Whew. Can't wait for some exchanges. Let's go. Uncommon. That's big time, brother. Yeah, I really like that ultra rare cover big time. I got $100. Can't find a good NFT to buy. Sucks to be broke. Okay, having fun. All right, I have some tips that may be able to help. Not financial advice, of course, but maybe some tips on a budget that may be able to help. Now, before you even go buy anything, become self-aware, right, of the situation. Have a strategy, meaning are you going to buy something to hold on to it because you love it, or are you going to buy something to try to flip in order to keep making more money? I would definitely try to identify that because that's going to help make your decision, right? If you just want to buy something because you like it and you want to hold on to it and you don't plan on selling it, that's going to make what you buy completely different, as opposed to if you have $100 and you're trying to make that $100 into $500 in just a few days, right? So both. Okay. So both would be, you don't want to buy one collectible then with $100, because if you have one collectible with $100, then you're going to have to hold it or you're going to have to sell it. So if you want to hold on to something that you like, but you're also trying to make money, my advice would be try to find something that's under $50 and buy two of them. That way you can hold on to it because you like it. And then when you do see the value in it increase, you can then sell it, make some money back, hopefully at what you just spent. So you basically have a collectible for free, meaning you have $100, you buy two collectibles, $50 each. You hold on to one collectible, and then you wait until the other collectible gets to $200, say, or $150, and then you sell that collectible, and then now you have $150 or $200, and you have the one collectible. So once you start trying to identify like how you want to go about it, it can make your decision a little bit easier. Now, once you have that decided, you can say, okay, what's the best $50 collectible to buy? And then you can go down that road. Hopefully that kind of helps, right? Facts. And we already did hit one set, right? And we saw it crash, and now it's climbing back up. And this is only on one exchange, essentially. I mean, obviously there's others, but for the USA, it's a BitForex exchange, which is hard to use. That's also a good opportunity right there too. You could also wait for a good drop opportunity, meaning maybe you get the ultra rare on the drop, right? And you're not a big fan of that ultra rare. So you just sell it for $500 and then boom, you just got a $500 bank or budget. So really there's ways to play it. And the hardest part is, which collectible for $50 do you buy? And that's maybe something you want to talk to people who have experience about, study the market, see how it's moving a little bit, and kind of just go from there, I would say. But yeah, kind of hopefully that at least helps you start thinking about, making a decision, because you don't want to just buy a collectible without really having any idea. I'm totally in love with Genesis NFTs, but this shit is expensive. Well, for me, what do you mean the Genesis? Like the generative projects you're talking about on like OpenSea, etc. The market stuff in this can definitely be expensive, the marketplace, but it really just all depends, right? For example, Superman's almost $1,000 in the marketplace, but for like a week after it dropped in the marketplace, it was for $50, $75, under $100, and people weren't buying it. So there's always going to be opportunities, right? When Captain Carter dropped, it was as low as $70 in the marketplace. I bought one at $80, and now it's at $280. So there's definitely opportunities. One thing is, too, I would trust your gut. If you see something that's like around retail price, and in your gut you're thinking like this has to increase, but no one's really talking or buying about it, don't let that sway you from not buying it, right? Because a lot of times the collectibles that are sitting around retail price and nobody's talking about will be, you know, typically the ones that tend to go up eventually. But also there's a big thing about hype. When there's a lot of hype around something, obviously that tends to go up as well too. So just, study the market, talk to people who have experience, see where things were before. Todd Batman was in store, in stock, 6,000 of them for retail for months. Nobody wanted Todd Batman. People said 7,500 editions, way too many, never sell out. Now it's over $1,000. It was sitting for 300 for months after it did sell out. So did you watch the fight last night? No, actually, I didn't watch the fight last night, brother. Okay, so you mean like CyberCon? Yeah, yeah. So like those, yeah, I see what you're saying. Like those NFT platforms on OpenSea. I mean, if that's what you're into, that's cool. Um, I'm not personally a huge fan of those type of projects, but I think some will last, right? Not there's VeVe is not going to be the only NFT project that will last in the world. There will be other ones, but I think VeVe will just be the best. I think VeVe will be the biggest for many reasons, mainly because their team that's running it. Another one is their IP brands that they have, the licensed NFT aspects. The problem with these OpenSea projects is they're creating an IP out of thin air, and they're trying to convince the world that that's valuable. Which, some of them will be. Some of them will be here for a while. I think maybe a couple of them, but I think 95% of those probably won't last, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly. If you can luck into one that's doing well and you get passive income, etc., then yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome. Daily. And then yeah, absolutely. That's definitely a solid come up right there. Just the problem is a lot of times people try chasing after those with not a lot of money. Like if you got some money to kind of be able to afford to just, take chances and risks, then yeah, sure, put a little bit here, put a little bit there, put a little there. But the problem is, I think a lot of people who don't have money are seeing that, and then they want to get rich quick, and then they try to put their money here, and it doesn't work out, and then they get left with the bag. And I've seen a lot of terrible things happen. So, but also I've seen a lot of great things happen too, right? So my whole theory is just basically if you don't have a lot of money and you're not able to kind of risk putting it everywhere, you're kind of forced to put it in something safe. To me, in my opinion only, not financial advice, I feel like VeVe is the safest, also with the most upside. So it's to me, VeVe is just a no-brainer because they're licensed NFTs with billion-dollar brands that are backing it. So it's like everybody in the world knows like sees Batman, sees Marvel, sees Superman as valuable. They see a CryptoPunk pixelated image, and it's hard for a average person seeing that to see value in it. Now, they may eventually long term understand that, it's one of the first projects, etc., and they might see value in that one day, but yeah, exactly. Like to me, VeVe is a no-brainer, man. But again, that's just my opinion, not financial advice. I always want to say that just to make sure. But let me go up to the market one more time, give you an update, and I'm gonna head off. All right, so we got the common Thanos, $15 right now, but it jumps back up to 17. Could be 18 floor soon. Uncommon, $40 floor. We got the rare, $132 floor. Ultra rare, $397 is the floor. If that keeps dipping to like 200, I may have to cop one. All right, where's the secret rare? Can't find the secret rare in the market right now. Usually it's like right in the beginning. You don't have to scroll all the way up. But I feel like this time. Let me exit the market and go back in. I can't find the secret rare. It's a hunt right now for finding the secret rare Thanos. Scrolling. I did pick up a rare the first ever exclusive cover art comic book from VeVe. Picked up that black and white one. Why can't I find this Thanos? That's crazy. Let me try closing again. Is it like a glitch? I just can't find it. Well, I'm sorry I can't tell you guys the price of the secret rare. Interesting. I'd rather buy a Superman than any other $800 investment. Yeah, see, like stuff like Superman, IP brands, like they're gonna be around forever because everybody knows Superman, right? Fantastic Four, number 13, secret rare, or Todd and some other stuff. That's a tough one. Comic book fans are going to tell you Fantastic Four, secret rare. I'm going to tell you probably Todd and some other stuff, just because even though I do think the 600 edition secret rare is going to be valuable, Todd is the first ever VeVe NFT, meaning if you believe in VeVe's success, imagine having the first ever minted NFT on VeVe. On top of the first appearance Batman. So that's Todd McFarlane Batman right there. It's like I always use this example, right? Imagine Amazon. Imagine believing in Amazon in 1997 and buying the first ever book Amazon sold and then holding on to that book and now having it. Like, imagine that. So, everything digital happens way quicker. So, I don't think you have to wait 20 years for appreciation to happen with this. We already see how much it's gone up. But Todd McFarlane. Yeah, Daredevil Secret Rare is definitely a big one right there. Daredevil Secret Rare, I think that's definitely a big valuable asset right there. Yes, FA Joker, FA Harley Quinn, they're going to be over $1,000, I believe. I think the FA Joker may get there first. It's going to follow Todd, and then the FA Harley Quinn is going to follow the Joker. I have 7 FA Harley Quinns left, and I don't want to have to sell. I don't want to have to sell them just yet. Excuse me. I did have to let go of some FA Jokers, unfortunately, just to reinvest, but still holding a couple. And one's a 1,000 mint, and another one is a sub 1,000 mint. And my lowest Harley Quinn mint FA is a 200 something. So hodl on that one. Harley Quinn FA, I heard, is the most sold statue from the Black and White collection. Correct, it is in the physical world. So I mean, doesn't necessarily mean in the digital world it'll be the same way, but in that whole series, in the physical world, that statue is the most sold. That's all I need to hear. Todd, here I come. And take a look at Todd. See, if it's gonna dip. It's hard to time it perfectly, so don't feel bad if you buy one and then it dips a couple hundred because you won't be able to time it perfect. Maybe you're waiting for it to dip a couple hundred and it never does, and you miss the boat, right? So it's gonna be tough to tell. But I would say if you believe in VeVe, you have to have a Todd McFarlane Batman. And then if you can go double back and get a secret rare, then I would try to do that. But even with 7,500 editions compared to a 600 edition secret rare comic book, a lot of people are playing the timing game to where they may load up on the secret rare comics, hoping that they can sell them first and then buy the Todds back. Like, that's too much risk and too much stress for me. Like, I just, having fun said, what does FA mean? So FA means first appearance, meaning, for example, the first appearance Joker, the first appearance Harley Quinn, the first appearance Batman. You're going to see other Jokers on the app and probably in, just in digital format over time on other apps, Jokers, Harley Quinns, etc. But they'll just say Harley Quinn Joker. This is the first appearance Harley Quinn, first appearance Joker, meaning there's never going to be another first appearance Joker, another first appearance Superman, another first appearance Harley Quinn. There's never going to be another one. This is the first appearance of that character in premium digital format. Yep, first appearance. Commons from black and white sets 2 and 3 both are around 250 now. Wow, yeah. So, especially just because that's season 1, right? It's separated in so many different categories: series 1, 2, 3, season 1, 2, and 3, and they all mean something, right? Season 1, I think, is going to be important. It's going to get to a point where eventually we're on season 7, and anything from season 1 is going to be valuable. And then if you have a series 1 from season 1, that's going to be extremely valuable. The FAs from series 1, season 1 are going to be extremely valuable. Yeah, absolutely. So early. Like, people see big collections and think it's still late. No, those are just super, super early. Like, this will have millions of users. It's just a matter of time, right? Matter of them getting the foundation secured solid in order for them to take on masses, right? I got a Harley Quinn #1 NFT. So it's the first one. What's the mint number? Like, when you say Harley Quinn #1, there's going to be like a serial code, like Harley Quinn number 2,456. And so ideally you want a lower number. It just means that was like the first one to get minted. So sub 100s are the most sought after. If you have a collectible that says like, Harley Quinn number 00078, that's gonna be worth a lot of money. And then I would say sub 1000 is like the next benchmark if you have a sub 1000 collectible. Like a Harley Quinn number 450, that's going to be definitely valuable. Yeah, for some reason I can't find the secret rare. That's crazy. But all right, guys, pretty long stream today, but appreciate all the support big time. Let me just get to this last comment real quick. Yeah, true that when people complain they get a comment and sell them all for like 10 to 20 gems, I'm like, dude, you'd wish you'd have that comment in like a year. Exactly. That's the biggest thing right there. I mean, Marvel Comics number 1 commons were selling for like $5. Imagine all the people that toss them away for $5 under the blind box value. Unbelievable. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people that regret selling that early, but just is what it is. Some people need gems, but sometimes it's better off to hold than to get new gems. So appreciate you guys so much for the support. Another live stream in the books. Stay tuned for the next drop. We will be live streaming. Appreciate you guys so much. I think that's all the comments for now. Yep. We'll be back on the live stream next drop. Appreciate you guys. Hit that comment button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Let me know in the comments what you end up getting today. I got a low mint comment. Definitely gonna be valuable. Had to pick up a second comment in case I decide to sell that one eventually, but we'll see what I end up doing. Let me know what you guys got. We're signing out. It's your boy, Johnny Dunn. We out.